Welcome to Mari from the Deep, a game by FiendishFiction, makers of the Up All Night games that I just played recently. And this was their entry to this year's O2A2 Game Jam, the one of any asset. So one background, one sprite, one music track or sound effect, and 1,000 words or less. This is the same game jam that had Vale that I played earlier from Abyss Team. So naturally, I gotta check this out. The premise is simple. Write a letter to your beloved daughter. Dearest Mari, I don't know how much time I have left, but I choose to give it to you. When I left, I did it to... What do you have choices here? Return to the sea. Return to the ocean. I met your father while working on a merchant vessel. I have not seen him since that voyage. Maybe one day you'll be able to meet him in my stead. The sea was my life before you transformed it, and it has never left me. I waited for as long as I could, raised you until you could sally forth on adventures of your own. There came a time where I knew that the stay ashore would have frozen my heart. I could feel that ice forming deep inside my soul, and fear that you would see it growing, swelling like an insurmountable wave. Mari, you are a beacon of luminous joy, the lighthouse that has kept me from crashing into the jagged rocks of despondency. Oh, with a smile on their face. A raging fire that has kept me warm on land for longer than I ever thought possible. This is who I am. My blood is as salty as it is red. As I bleed, I yearn for the sea. Maybe one day you'll feel it too. That pull. That siren's call. When you do, you'll finally understand. And if you don't ever feel it, I hope you can forgive me for the miles I've put between us. Oh no! You have never been distant in my thoughts. I heard about someone who suffered this fate. I wouldn't believe it. It's the sort of yarn two drunkards would weave. Ship destroyed. Crewmates dead. Only the boatswain left alive to tell a tale in one final note before the end. It's almost funny. Hundreds of fathoms underwater, my luck's run dry. Huh. I couldn't stop shaking. It was the first time I get a name indicator here. B. Put a brave face. Mari, you are my guiding light. Look up to the sky and see your visage in the stars. One has to travel to be able to return, and my soul is a traveler. I'm the last one left, but I've been alone before. I'm not out of the game yet. I've always been a gambler. My luck may be gone, but there's still time for one last roll of the dice. One small chance. Oh! There's air in my lungs still, and as I breathe I fight. For myself. For home. For you. Somewhere or another I'll find my way back. Parchment feels heavy in my hands, as if the words had weight to the page itself. The cavernous maw of the beast that has consumed me stretches above. Look at the bottle at my side. Oh! Curl the paper up. Tight enough to slide into the mouth of the bottle. Oh wow! Hello! I slip it in and press the cork in as deeply as I can. And if any water penetrates, there'll be nothing left to read. How must I try to get back to her? Can't let that be a lie now, can I? I turn and look at those clenched jaws, the shattered mast. Splinters of wood from the demolished longboat and the remains of my crewmates are scattered everywhere. Well, the only way out is how I got in. There's a grin on my face that's more tenacious than anything else. It feels as if my teeth are as pointed as those of the beast I'm inside of. Last desperate bid, but a chance. I've never given up on anything I wanted before. I'm not about to start now. Here goes, Mari. It's time to give that dice a final roll. Huh. Who knows? Maybe I can even make the game. Oh. The end. That is certainly quite the predicament. It was nice and short. So, really only two choices here. Win or fear. I've always known what to do before now. But here in this place I feel so lost. Don't think I can make it back this time. Most of the crew is already dead. I'm the last one left. We've all been consumed. Only I get this final moment for this message. Message to you, my darling Mari. I hope it finds you. I hope it finds you well. Parchment feels heavy in my hands, as if the words add weight to the page itself. Hey, it's not perfect, but it's enough. I curl the paper up, tight enough to slide it into the mouth of the bottle. I press the cork in as deeply as I can. If any water gets in, there won't be anything left to read. As far as last words go, they're not bad. Trapped in this limbo of living without the chance of surviving. Not ever completed. There's nothing left to do but wait. And if this gets to you somehow, I want you to know that little bit more of me. I love you, Mari. Fair winds and following seas to you, through thick and thin. Goodbye, my darling daughter. Oh. Admit our fear, but ultimately that means we've given up. We're resigned to our death. And never seeing Mari again. Which means, one last thing we can do. We'll start off from here. So, how much time I've left, but I choose to give it to you. When I left, I did it to provide for our future. All I've ever known is this life and this job. I never found any work that suited me on land. It was hard leaving you with Ma. At least she's been able to watch you while I'm away. You're about to start school now, and I wanted so badly to see that moment, but work carried me away. Less a sea dog now, and more just trying to provide. Trying to provide for his family. For the family. Labor was hard, but the pay was decent. For once I had enough saved, I planned to leave this life for good. More's the pity. Plans don't always work out. I heard about someone who suffered this fate. I wouldn't believe it. It's a sort of yarn two drunkards would weave. Ship destroyed, crewmates dead. Only the boatswain left alive to tell a tale and one final note for the end. It's almost funny. Hundreds of fathoms underwater and my luck's run dry. Oh, this is pretty much the same path, but this might change. Oh. On the way back. Interesting. A letter completed, there's nothing left to do but wait. Keep me for the lie, my love. That letter was my last fight. If this gets to you somehow, I want you to know that little bit more of me. I love you, Mari. Fair winds and following seas to you, through thick and thin. Goodbye, my darling daughter. It's probably that first choice that makes a difference in that second choice. Whether we choose to legitimately fight or we just put on a brave face. If we went back to the ocean willingly, that meant we craved the adventure. And so when we put on a brave face and try and fight it, and tell Mari that we try to fight our fate, we have that motivation to actually get up and try and fight a way out of this whale creature thing. Hence the difference between doing this for the love of it and doing this just as a job. Once again, capitalism strikes down another victim. But if we admit our fear, I've always known what to do before now. But here in this place, I feel so lost. Don't think I could make it back in time. The rest of the crew is already dead. I'm the last one left. We've all been consumed. Now I get this fun moment for this message. A message to you, my darling Mari. I hope it finds you. I hope it finds you well. Parchment feels safe in my hands. It's like the words add weight to the page itself. No, this is wrong. It's all wrong. Let the page slip from my hands and watch it slide into a pool of water. Oh! The ink bleeds out, worlds whirling into illegible strands of dark liquid. I don't want her to remember me like this. It's better if she just imagines. Maybe my soul will travel across the sea and I'll be able to tell her the next time she sees the waves. Maybe. Oh, that feels like a worse ending somehow. Where we throw in the towels. Throw in the towel with regards to riding our daughter. You gotta admit, that's a hell of a predicament. As was revealed our first time through. If I know anything about this situation, it's just we just gotta hit that big tonsil up there. Nice good swat, and the door will open and let us out. Hopefully, poor Bear here can find the way home. Got an oar. Fashion something to maybe, hopefully, carry them to the surface if they manage to get the mouth open. Hopefully they can find the way to safety. And that is the end of To Mari from the Deep. And quite short. Quite a, short, but interesting romp. Of course it's short, that's the jam. But definitely the real hook is that zoom out in the true ending. When we realize just what BaiYu is faced with here. What happened. Like, there's small hints at it. It's consumed. They've all been consumed. I'm the last one. And all that, but that zoom out of that one illustration, that was of the one background. That was cool. That was cool. And fitting that reveal comes the ending, the best ending when BaiYu decides to fight. So I dug that. Nice short jaunt. I hope you enjoyed. I might pull up some other games from this jam to add a little bit more. Like I did two O2A2 games in a past video. I might do another one that catches my eye. But for now, this has been To Mari from the Deep. Until next time, until then.